Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul, another video for all you people. Make sure you like and subscribe on our way to 20k subscribers. But we're here to talk football. And Marcus Rashford, is the criticism worthy? Does he need to step up, or does he deserve a bit more time? Cass, Daps, this is a genuine topic that is hot on Twitter at the moment. It's hot on the internet. It's hot on Manchester United's lips. People are watching the games at the moment. Rashford and Bruno are getting called out. But Marcus Rashford is the one I want to talk about today. Is this criticism harsh on Marcus Rashford? Do you think this has been over a consistent period? Do you think this is just Marcus Rashford, the football player, and he's been overhyped? There are so many different ways that football fans can look at it, but I want to know how you guys look at this situation.
Where do I start with this guy? When Mbappe leaves, when he leaves PSG, I hope they come in with a bid.
Yeah.
I'm selling him 80 million, 90 millions.
80 or 90?
I don't care. Like, I want to look at the future of Man United, and he's not it.
Hold on, are you
I'm sorry.
expecting less or more?
I'm expecting if Marcus Rashford leaves Manchester United, we're getting at least a minimum 130.
You overrate him then, clearly.
No way.
Dead.
Marcus Rashford at 25 years of age, and obviously he's just signed a new
26.
contract with us. The numbers, despite the performances, are another team, and they think he can be one of their main attackers. We're not selling in the current market Marcus Rashford for 80 or 90 million
This
pounds.
is the
No way.
I don't care. We didn't buy him anyway. He's come through the academy. Just get rid of him. I'm
true.
not saying
On
Click
the
it,
book,
George.
that's
Click that, George.
on the book. That's 130 profit.
Yep.
The way that it works.
100%. I don't care if he comes from
I'm
academy
looking
or
at the
not.
future.
Marcus Rashford.
I'm looking at the future, and I'm thinking the future in my hopes and dreams that it doesn't involve the Glazers either. So the way I look at it is he affects the general play. He's only good in teams that transition properly, anyways. Him and Bruno, to be honest. He's greedy. He doesn't look up and pass and make the correct decisions. The Crystal Palace was evident. Champions League is evident. So if
His
anything
football
more,
IQ's low.
he's low, bro.
Low.
Like look. This is not even me being reactionary.
Yeah.
Like last season, yes, he got you loads of goals, but at what cost? We're saying the same thing.
The year before,
We're
that, a lot
saying
of people were questioning.
Yeah,
him.
but it's the same thing with Ronaldo. He affected the team play and got dropped, and then automatically became a better team. So when Rashford gets dropped, I saw Garnacho come on in a more mature way.
and done more in 10
I
minutes.
was there at the Palace game.
Yep.
Yeah. He was not being disciplined when he went over to the right. He didn't say discipline on the left. He didn't make the correct decision when Hoyler made a run in the middle. What else is there? Just poor in general. Just so poor, and it's just maybe he's low on confidence. Maybe this is overreaction, but it's the same problems I've seen. You know what is the sample size is 8 years.
And here's the thing. You know what's going
But
to
why
happen?
have people only got into him now? Sort of in the
No,
last
no,
18
no, no,
months,
no,
if
no,
it's
no,
been
no,
8
they haven't. No, they
years?
haven't. No,
No,
they
in the
haven't.
last 18 months, I feel like that's when people have actually called out Marcus Rashford 100%. Like,
Because he's not
last
23
season, it was
years
just
old
it
no
was the-
more.
It was the back end of the season before that, and now this season.
He's
it's
26.
like a
Bro,
year and a half.
I'll be honest, right?
25.
I always thought he's been overrated. Always thought
Okay.
it. Always said it. And by the way, when I say overrated, that doesn't mean I think a
He's a
player
bad
is.
player. Yeah.
It means I think he's overrated.
Okay, yep.
But the one thing I will say that Marcus Rashford does have, which might be why you get more than 70 million for him, yeah? Is
Wow.
no. I'm saying why you might get more because I'm saying what
know.
I think he's worth.
You think, no,
yeah,
that's cool. I
man
disagree,
are
but
telling
he's
me
78.
how old's Ivan Toney?
How old Ivan Toney is 27.
Right, okay. I think Ivan Toney is worth more than Marcus Rashford on the pitch. On the pitch. However, this is the positive that you've got. Off the pitch, Marcus Rashford has, unlike a lot of people at your club, sensational PR. Right? Something will come in and save this boy. Something will come in and save this boy so that unlike the others that don't get saved, he'll get saved. Right? And I don't know what it will be yet, but something will come in where he comes out shining. But for me...
Do you think the criticism of him like fully deserved then? So do you... in terms of Marcus Rashford? 'Cause obviously there's
I
other
think that
players on the
Marcus
pitch
Rashford gets
that-
away with things that other people at your club don't off the pitch, right? Like, I think most places that Sancho's been seen out, Rashford's probably there, right? But that never reaches.
Okay, we can't say that because that's hypothetical.
None, maybe, but I've
No, I see him
I'm
with
just
Sancho
saying,
on
That's
pitches
like,
all the time.
no, but that's not factual.
But
I'm gonna
I
go
know
back.
what I'm saying is
I don't care
that
what he does off the pitch.
but what I am saying is that I think somehow Rashford. Now let's forget that and move to on the pitch.
Yeah.
If we're talking on the
Yeah.
pitch, I think the guy has pace. Yeah.
Yep.
Coming off the left, 100% better through the middle. His football IQ.
What?
Coming off the
Rashford better
left.
through the middle.
No, Coming off the left, he is 100% better than through the middle, right?
Yeah.
No, bro, through the middle, he is
no,
not
no,
it
he's not the guy
at
yeah.
all.
Arse and cheeks.
Coming off the left, though, he's a one-trick pony as well, right? And this is the problem. You now have a good man through the middle, potentially, yeah?
Potentially. Yeah.
But will you see that potential with Rashford on the left? Potentially not, because he won't be found. He won't be found. Now,
the only
the
connection
truth
we had actually
is,
was with Martial in his whole 8 years here properly.
the truth is that potentially Sancho on the right might actually perform better with a striker
Højlund,
through the middle
100% agree
than
with that.
Rashford on the left will perform with Højlund on the middle, right? Because Sancho knows how to play with a striker.
Yep.
Rashford, does he really?
No,
And when I say a striker, I mean an out-and-out striker, because I still don't see Martial and Højlund are not the same type of player,
No, they're not.
right? So
Højlund's more of an old school number 9, wants to get on the end of things in the box. Like, he wants players like Garnacho or right wingers like Sancho creating, putting chances in, whereas Rashford is more prone to cutting in, shooting, or dribbling a bit too long, trying to fire it across, and it's too late, gets blocked. It's sort of a lot of wasted opportunities. This is the thing with Rashford, like, I'm not gonna say I want him out the club or want him sold. I don't want to say that. I want to definitely see how it goes.
Yeah,
well, you're still keeping Martial, so you better not
Ty's
get rid of
keeping up his PR.
Nah. I just
Say what you truly want to say,
yeah,
bro.
I am saying
I
100%.
don't
That's
believe it.
why I'm challenging
Don't-
you guys.
I don't
'cause
believe
All right. So here's another.
do I think there's better left wingers out there in the world than Rashford? 100%. Do I think Garnacho's ready to start for Man United when he's coming? No, I don't. But when he comes off the bench, he has been better. Do I think Marcus Rashford needs to improve his football IQ? I think he always has.
At 25,
But
26 years old.
He gets goals and assists in a team that
I'm
plays
27, I got
bad
more
because
IQ than him.
he's kind of got us out of
All right,
because we've actually played not great
Ty,
football.
I said something earlier to you, and let me build on that a little bit. And this is maybe not his fault, but it is where it is. Marcus Rashford's time at Manchester United, all the time, exactly what you said. He has been that player that individually
has got us out.
has
of
got
it,
you out of situations, right? But you don't want to be that team anymore.
No, I don't.
Right? You don't want to be that team with individuals. And what's happened now is because he knows that,
That's his
go-to.
bubble now.
His
That's his
go-to.
bubble,
His
yeah.
go-to.
I've called you out in the last 3
right,
seasons.
and
Have you
his
seen what I've done
go-to
in the last 5
yesterday.
seasons?
His go-to yesterday is not play the ball through to Højlund. His go-to is, no, let me try and take on these two men and shoot. When actually, no, bro. The right thing to do is play the ball through to Højlund.
Yeah.
And secondly, his other go-to is, when things turn bad, he, in his mind, is going back to, well, it's not me, because I've got you out, so it can't be me.
Yeah.
I'm not the one. There's going to be scapegoats in this team, and it's not going to be me, because there's been times where I've got this team out. And therefore, I think at the moment, he needs to be managed correctly, and everything he knows from his last 8 years at Man United, that needs to be wiped out, and it needs to be reprogrammed.
Yeah. No, I do hear you, and I think Ten Hag's even come out and said already that we need to cater. Didn't agree with it, but he said we need to cater more around Marcus Rashford. The reason I'm going to disagree with that Ten Hag is actually because when we've done attacking transitions, as you want to call it, Marcus Rashford has actually been the player in the most dangerous positions for us on the ball, and we haven't actually done anything with that. Against the Crystal Palace, he got into the final third enough times. Castle's at the game. He was dribbling to closed alleys. He was getting tackled. He was trying little flicks, and it weren't working. What I want to see from Marcus Rashford is just trying to do the basics better. Stop trying to do the most difficult things. Once it don't start coming off, you're going to over try, and it's going to get even worse and worse. For me, with Manchester United at the moment and Marcus Rashford, I just think he needs to build a bit of consistency in his game and being more unselfish, playing for the team. Look at what other players do for us.
Can he, though?
This is the thing. At
Has he got that in the
25,
locker?
this is the thing. At 25 now, this is where Marcus Rashford, like you said, the 8 years of being at the football club, England experience as well, by the way, he needs to level up himself now. I feel like when you've been at Man United and how you said we've been, won a couple Carabao Cups or, whatever we've done.
I don't know if you're answering my question, though.
Yeah, no, this is what I'm going to... What about? Can he change? Can he level up?
No, has he got it in him?
But this is where I think he needs to show the level of maturity, to listen to the coach, adapt his game, and elevate himself. Let's look at Mo Salah, right? This is just a weird analogy, but Mo Salah, I've always known him. I've always known him, but okay, I've always looked at him, because
he's a goal scorer, but he's a
goal.
Assists.
Yeah, he goal scores all the time. But in the last couple of years, I've looked at him now, thinking you're dropping a bit deeper. You're getting in clever positions. You're more of a team player. You can create. Marcus Rashford, you need to do that more. I'd rather see Daps and Marcus Rashford play well for 70 or 80 minutes and not score or assist. But if he's doing well for the team, then the team are playing better because other players are chipping in. I don't want Marcus Rashford to stink up for 70 or 80 minutes, but he gets a goal or an assist, and that adds to the tally, but actually it covers up the performances. Because I always said, even I think last year when I done a show with like Mark Biz and we're talking about selling him, I was like, at the end of the day, I'd rather him be consistent, but the goals and the assists paper over the cracks. And now we're not actually seeing him score at the moment, and in Man United not winning games. I think it's brought it more to a light, and I don't think you guys are wrong for calling him out. I don't think Man United fans are wrong for calling him out. I just think sometimes he's overdoing it because it's social media and the way that's going. But is he can he get criticised? 100% he can.
I'm done with all that man. Let's stop blowing smoke over this. Stop hyping up mediocre players, bro. That's all he's gonna be is a mediocre.
I'm not
good
hyping
player.
him up though.
No, but you're defending it, bruv. You're defending
I think
giving it more time.
I'm giving him more time.
More
Bro,
time.
there's you're giving Martial more time as well.
Yeah, but when I say more, okay, but when I say more,
bro.
nah, he's not
You
shit.
know,
Time.
you know what? Cool. Let me change
land
it.
your
For Man United quality for where we want to be. How about that then? Because I can justify that 10 ways different.
But then if you look at the squad, Garnacho's not ready to come in and start. Anthony's been crap anyway.
I didn't say get rid of him now.
Pelestri's not good enough. So I'm thinking when you say he's the best of the bad bunch.
No, he's not. He's not. He should be the impact player. That's who he should be. I'd rather the youngsters listen to him.
Garnacho, we've given him chances. He's not good enough to start.
No. What do you mean the chances? The last 2 games when he's even off the bench and all, or even when he started against the same
impact player.
So wait, the same guy he played up against. I think it was Klein. Yeah. Garnacho performed better and clearly listened to instructions. Everyone wants a new tactic. Everyone wants a new style under 10. Guess what? You got your possession. Yeah. You played with a team that's worse on paper, and we bossed them. Yes, they bring in who said and so, but guess what? The tempo was different last game. They didn't press us the way they could anyways in both games. Bruno moves it slow. That's another guy that's an issue. Rashford is another part of the issue.
But this is where Ten Hag, this goes back to the manager then. The manager needs to be brave. Listen. Ten Hag, I'm tired, bro. I'm not Ten Hag out, but the fact is, if Marcus Rashford is not performing, then he needs to use the squad. Players like Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes should not get passes, which is what I don't like. They start every game, 100%. So Garnacho could come in and start against Galatasaray. Would I moan? No. Will Garnacho take his chance? Let's see. Pellistri, he's had his chance.
I couldn't care.
I agree with Bruno and Rashford do get longer passes, and that shouldn't be the way. Play who's on form, play who you think is going to be best for your football. And if Marcus Rashford, actually, here's my question for you lot. I think Ten Hag should be playing the football he wants to play. And if Marcus Rashford best for the football he wants to play?
No.
I don't think he
is.
is.
And
that goes back to I think what we had a conversation the other day. Or it might have been
make sure you're liking this.
Wait, let me ask Daps then. From what he just said, this whole argument that we put across to say get rid of him, does that not mean get rid of him then?
Yeah, look, for me,
hold on. He's not coachable or not got the ability
to train. He's had 4 or 5 different coaches.
For me, this goes back to a conversation where we were talking about Ten Hag, and we were comparing Ten Hag first season and how the philosophy. I liked Ten Hag because I thought he had a philosophy. Ten Hag first season moved away from that philosophy, right? And you got the Carabao Cup and you came third. Pep first season stayed with his philosophy. We won nothing. Couple of the right players came in. His philosophy cooked, turning. Right? Now we look at Ten Hag. It seems to me that slightly Ten Hag at the moment is not able to play his philosophy. Now, he's brought in a goalkeeper that matches his philosophy, which tells me Ten Hag wants to go with his style of football. And I'm telling you now, his style of football is not relying on individual players. And 2, for me, Bruno's an individual player for me. Yes, he gets some assists, but predominantly he's more of an individual player. I also think Rashford massively. The only place where I feel really and truly you can have a player that football's IQ really isn't that great, but they can score goals is through the middle, right? You can have that, yeah? If you are just an out-and-out machine, yeah, but then you've got 10 players around you that can play football, it can work. But the problem is, Rashford don't work like that, yeah? Rashford doesn't work like that because there are elements of Rashford's game that, even as a 9, aren't good. Rashford's hold-up play is not good, right? Rashford's just, I don't know what you do with it, but for me, he doesn't suit where you're going. He suits where you've been.
Should be playing at West Ham, mate. That's where he should be playing.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, let me tell you now. Let's
Liverpool
go through
might
it.
suit
Let's go through it.
Nah,
Jose
not good enough.
Mourinho.
Not good enough.
Jose Mourinho part the bus because he can't play what Jose would want.
Louis Van Gaal for me is the
Lu-
proper coach.
I'm not gonna get onto
Rashford's
Rashford there because he's young.
Yeah.
He's very young there.
Van
Yeah.
Gaal's the proper coach.
Yeah, he was a proper coach for the young players. Let's talk about the last 3 years. Yeah, Ollie. At first, we started playing some decent football. Do you remember the 10 games?
Yeah.
And then we realized we can't do what we want to do. Pogba gets injured, plays counter attack because that's what caters. That's where Rashford looks all right,
he
and he had
does,
his best season. Yeah. Who's after that? Ragnick tries to play football in a 4-2-2, doesn't work. Doesn't have the players. I know he's only temporary and everything else that goes alongside it, but results back to parking the bus and hopefully getting something on the counter attack didn't work. Now we go to Eric Ten Hag, plays counter attacking, looks good. As soon as he wants to play football, doesn't look good. This is the result of Manchester United in the last 10 years. I'm tired of it. I'd rather people that are basic, like Anthony, but listens to the manager. And I think it's part of Ten Hag's philosophy is when you get into areas, be smart.
That's why Anthony comes back in.
Yeah, but be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Rashford isn't smart. I'm sorry. As much as I like that he's academy, the whole stand hated Rashford. Bro. The top Reds are getting onto
The
Rashford.
staff were calling him out.
The staff called
I
him
saw
out,
that.
yeah. I was there. You see them flinging their arms out, getting pissed off.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Ten
That's a
Hag's
big
getting
thing.
pissed off at this
For
guy.
Rashford, and do you know what, that's a big thing as well because we talk about Rashford in terms of the PR, or
Meaty.
the PR side of the club probably look at him as the golden child, if you want to call
It
it
shows
that.
he's not listening
But
to them.
it shows that they're starting to get frustrated with what the
Because-
fans have got frustrated with.
All
That's
right.
the first time I've seen the staff come up off their seat and start moaning that he's not retaining the ball.
Okay, so does that tell us that? And I'm definitely not part of a Ten Hag defense league.
Yeah,
but
no, I hear you.
does that not tell us that maybe Ten Hag is trying to coach this team, and that ultimately there's a player on the pitch that is not listening to the coach and is
Yeah.
going, unfortunately, and this goes back to it's what he's been programmed with his time
Yeah,
at Manchester
this is the
United
hardest thing, yeah.
is
he stuck in his
ultimately
ways? 'Cause
we're
he's-
1-0 down. I'm
Yeah.
not going to stick to what the coach has said. I'm not going to go with the moving of the ball and whatever the coach has said. I'm going to go with what I know best, what I'm programmed to do, which is save this team. I've got the ball. I'm going to try and take players on. And I'm telling you now, bro, that does not work.
No,
I've seen it
with
not work.
managers
And
like
I've
Pep,
seen it not
Ten
work
Hag,
for City
yeah.
in the worst of worst times where we had
Yeah.
Georgie Kinkladze, who was one of the biggest ballers. We got relegated because where we were, we needed to work as a team.
And
right?
he was individual,
and
yeah.
this is the thing with Rashford now. If he will not, the ultimate bit of this is if he will not listen to the manager's instructions, yeah? Look at Arteta. Anyone that was not listening to his instructions, gone, right?
Yeah.
If you do not listen, if everyone does not sing from the same hymn sheet, that is a correct saying, by the way, yeah?
Yep.
Right? Then they need to go, bro, because it shows there's so many things. It shows that the dressing room is not operating correctly. It shows that he is not going to fit in. And that's where I come to Cass, that Ten Hag might get to a point where he's like, all right, you know what? I can play Rashford and 2 out of 6 games, he might save us. But in the long run, we're not
No.
going where we need to
Makes an
go.
excuse every season.
If I bring
by
in
the way.
youngers and
Every
we start to get this in, then all of a sudden,
Sometimes
the
you've got-
philosophy can
sometimes
start
you've
He
got-
makes an excuse every year. He always blames it on an injury, and he says, "Yeah, you know what? I think I'm better suited on the left. Oh, I think I'm better suited down the middle. I'm better suited on the right. I think he wants to." The guy can't make up his mind what his best position is after 8 years, right, of being at Man United, and he doesn't. And he's always blaming on some sort of injury towards the end. Every single season, look it up yourselves. He makes an excuse every time.
Yeah,
The guy is meaty, bro.
No, that's fair. That's fair. If you think, you think he's me. I'm gonna definitely give him to the end of the season to see what Ten Hag, like that said, can he coach it into him? He's 25 now, serious level, serious ages now. You're mature as a football player. I just think when I'm looking and I take a step back, I'm not listening to effing Twitter. That's why I said effing. No demonetization. I'm not listening to effing Twitter, right? But the bottom line is that when the staff are starting to question him on the pitch, and players, apparently sources are saying that players in the dressing room are starting to clock his body language. You, man, will remember, I've always said to you about his body language. When he gets munched in a game, where he doesn't take on his man first time, his head drops, he looks like he can't be bothered. I've clocked that from day with Rashford.
always,
Always had that. But the players are now starting to clock that. At the end of the day, when you're going through difficult times, you need your most experienced players or people that know the club the most, like Marcus Rashford, to try and rally you together or to set an example or to do the basics right. At the moment, he's not doing that, and he needs to step
Never
up.
has.
He needs to look at himself in the mirror, because for me, that's more of a concern. You know, when the players are questioning you, when the staff start questioning you, that means is everyone else pulling in the right direction, but then you're not, but you've been given a new contract to one of the highest paid players. That can then cause a divide, which then leads to another problem for Eric Ten Hag. So this needs to be sorted out. Marcus Rashford, You need to start becoming a team player. You need to start doing the basics. Stop trying to be a hero. And trust me, you would then see the team get better results.
We need a proper winger back.
Okay,
at Man
can I
United.
just, before we wrap this
A
up then,
proper winger,
so if
mate.
you're looking at, say, hypothetically, in the next 2 years, just say the next 2 years, like, I don't think he goes next summer, but say in the next 2 years, he said, right, I want to leave. Man United, like, cool, let's part ways. We sell Marcus Rashford. Right now, if you could pick one left winger to come in, who would be your ideal replacement for Marcus
But
Rashford?
one that doesn't actually need to score and actually supplies the striker in Kvaratskhelia. And I know he hasn't had the greatest start to the season in terms of goals, and he scored in 15 games. But what he does, he listens and he feeds Osman. That's all I need. That's all I need. Feed Hoyland. I don't care about anyone else. I want a proper winger that's going to take on a man. It's not crap. If not him, I can't really think of one at the top of my dome at the moment in time. But there's some left wingers out there that are just techie that can beat the man and supply. Yeah. Every time he got the pitch, it's hard to get the ball off him. It's as simple as that. There probably is better options, and people in the comments going to say, "Oh,
yeah, let us know in the comments who would you."
What Cass is saying. Cass is saying, "F feeding the kids. He wants to feed the Norwegian."
Basically, the Norwegian meat shield.
Oh man, brilliant! Do you know what? It's so interesting because this Marcus Rashford debate is going everywhere online. Let us know in the comments as well. Do you think Marcus Rashford should be sold by Manchester United? If so, how much do you think he's worth? Cass and Daps said 70 to 80. I said we should be looking for 130. At the end of the day, Marcus Rashford needs to improve for Manchester United, and Erik ten Hag needs to be stronger with his selection. If he's not performing, don't play him. If he's performing, play him. But make sure you like and subscribe for this brilliant content. It's never a foul. Check all our live stuff as well. And if you want to become a member, it's down below. Gold and silver tier membership. Thank you for watching.